EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. And his first look is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Does this have to happen? Seriously, was that he want to play?
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Broncos strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Murray changing the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Short one here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Second down and 8. Out of the pistol. Here's Williams. Runs over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Broncos in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and 2, Jarrett flush to his right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
That's good.
Operating from the gun, Jarrett. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both? I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. This defense for the Broncos very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Drew Sanders make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he gets it down to the 32. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Murray. That's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Swift, 32 yards. And the Cardinals have cut the lead back down to 2. A Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try to run with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big...
Williams loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He may go. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. the first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jarrett. Flushed out right. It's complete to Williams. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Javonte Williams. Touchdown. Javonte Williams. 78 yards. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they had such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well. And by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over their first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Throwing now is Murray. Short pass caught by Henry. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's Murray. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Murray now. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. On first and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Murray off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. What a lead to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out?
And Owen coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery, touchdown for Arizona. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Cardinals 26, Broncos 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Mims in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jarrett eluding the pressure right. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off play action. Jarrett. Got man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 42 yards. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. And the option play works on the 2-point try. What'd you think of the call?
I like the call. What you're worried about, though, is if the defense blitzes the play. And if they do, what your answer is? The option. Why? If they blitz it, the quarterback has a chance to get rid of it to a trailing back. That one worked pretty well there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
To throw is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Murray gonna throw. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Broncos 32.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They go play action here on 1st down. The Cards get to him here. He's he's brought down for a sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jarrett. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the play fake. Jarrett. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards that time.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
Buffalo 18! 18, Pioneer!
Back to throw. Jarrett. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now play fake here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Off the option, here's Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Hey, flat.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned for the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got Brown on the out route complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Come on.
Here's Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun on third down, Murray trying to lay one up deep. They got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown. Trey McBride, 79 yards. And the Cardinals strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Throwing to start the drive. Jarrett. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Can't we score?
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Let's go get 6.
Hustle.
Back to throw. Throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to 1 possession game at the end, that's not something